To you, what does it mean to be Filipino?
It means you have to be family oriented, religion, and education. Education first.
All these things are important virtues to a Filipino person?
Yes, yes. I'm always reminded of this every single day by my parents, my auntie, my mom, everyone.
And how are you reminded of this?
Um, got that? I don't know. What do you mean?
It's like it's probably verbal, right? Like, oh, do good, right?
Oh yeah, I'm always reminded of this. Like yeah, verbally. Like they'll always remind me, even though I know it. Like even though they tell me every time they see me, they'll always remind me. It's like go to school, do good in school. You go to church, go to church. And now it's like respect your mom. Like don't be stupid. All right.
When you think of the Philippines, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
First thing that comes to my mind when I think of Philippines is religion. Religion is really big in the Philippines. Like almost everyone believes in God. I think everyone's like a Catholic or a Christian, and like they practice religion every single day. A lot of people still, a lot of people go to church every Sunday. I remember when I was back in Philippines, I had to go to church every Sunday, and yeah, religion. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Do you have any family in the Philippines?
I do. Everyone from my mom's side of the family are still in the Philippines, but almost everyone in my dad's side of the family are here in the United States, mostly around Daly City.
And why is that?
Um, I don't really know. My mom's side of the family, I mean, they all have good jobs down in the Philippines, so I don't think there's any reason for them to go down here. And my dad's side, it was, from what I remember, it was really tough on them. Like, my grandpa, he died. He's like the only one who's supporting them. And so my grandma had to leave my aunts and uncles and my dad back in the Philippines, and she was the first one to go here in the United States. And after that, she petitioned my aunt, uncle, and my dad.
And how old were you when you came here?
I was 10 years old when I came here.
And that means that your children, if they were born here, would be first generation Americans, right?
Yes, that's right.
Like that. Do you have any family in the Philippines?
I do. Everyone from my mom's side of the family are still in the Philippines, but almost everyone in my dad's side of the family are here in the United States, mostly around Daly City.
And why is that?
Um, I don't really know. My mom's.
Do you plan on living your life in the United States, or will you ever return to live life in the Philippines?
I'm planning on staying here. I mean, here I have so much opportunities. Back in Philippines, I don't. And I mean, this country grew. I really grew up. I grew up in this country, and like, yeah, there's a lot more opportunities for me here. And I'll probably go back to the Philippines if like, I don't know, a vacation or like someone I know is getting married, something small. But yeah, I'm definitely staying here. It's way better out here.
Would you consider yourself more Filipino or American?
I consider myself more Filipino side because, I mean, I lived like 10 years of my life down in the Philippines. Like, I know how it works, everything, and like what it takes, the sacrifice to go to the United States. But yeah, I consider myself more of a Filipino. I still speak the language. Um, that's it.
Would you consider yourself very American?
Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've lived there for like 10 years now, and like I'm I really adapt to the fucking
Do you think you've maintained, and I quote, Filipino-ness?
Yeah, I think so. I think I maintain my Filipino-ness really good. Except I had to say going to church because I don't go to church as much anymore. I barely go to church actually, except Easter and Christmas.
Okay. And do you think it's been difficult to maintain this culture?
Yeah, I think so.
How
Yeah, it
so?
is. Because because of everyone around me, I guess I'm surrounded with different social groups, social beliefs, different culture. So it made me question about my Filipino-ness or my identity.
That's... How would you describe growing up in the Philippines?
Um, Growing up in Philippines, man, there's stuff. It's like I don't know. It was the same, I guess. From here in the Philippines, it was just hella hot and really really dirty in the Philippines. But yeah, my life was there over there was not hard. It was it was. I remember it was being it was cool. It's kind of like just like here. There's no tough times. Um, yeah, I just remember being hot all the time.
Where in the Philippines did you live?
I lived on this town like an hour away from Manila. Manila is like capital of Philippines. And it's like it's just this little town. Um, yeah, it's like a province.
Did you live close to the beach?
Yeah, yeah, I lived really close to the beach. It was at least like a 30-minute ride, and we were there. It was easy to get to. I remember my grandma lives really close to the beach. She was, it's like from her house to the beach. It was just a hike. It was like at least an hour hike,
Mm.
just walking straight down. Just walking straight down from this mountain, and then if you want to go back to my grandma's house, there's the stairs. It's like endless stairs, dude. And you just gotta keep climbing, climbing. And you get to the top of the mountain where you started from. You get to my grandma's house. Yeah, we were really close. We always have family outings at the beach, mostly from my grandma's side of the family, because they love to go to like the beach and resort.
You describe growing up in the Philippines.
Growing up in the Philippines, life was cool. It was kind of, it was cool. Um, Parents were strict. They always wanted me to like, kind of now, but like, it was definitely stricter. They were stricter back in the Philippines because in the Philippines it's dangerous at night, and like you never know if someone can just like kidnap us, and like you know, there's many out there. They were stricter. Um, Here they were more a little lenient. But yeah, growing up in the Philippines is I describe it as like stuff.
Do you think it was good or bad, or it had a little bit of both?
I mean, good and bad. Like it's bad because
Like, let's say, you know,
let's say,
it was there's a lot of struggles to be faced out there.
oh yeah, there was a lot of struggles. I mean, we you can guess like we lived pretty much paycheck to paycheck out there. It was tough. I mean, it was bad, definitely bad.
What do you remember about growing up there?
I growing up, I just remember that I always go to church and like school. Everyone that goes to school, you had to wear a uniform. I remember um, my family, of course, and like and the beach. I mean, like a little ocean, yeah. Because we live really close. We live near like a big ass ocean. I forgot. I don't know. It's not a beach for sure. It's just like a little bay, I think.
Were you able to maintain the customs and language of the Philippines?
Yeah, I was able to maintain them. I still speak fluent Tagalog. Talk to my parents a lot in Tagalog. Um, yeah, I still do. I mean, there's this thing in Philippines when you like, whenever you see your elder and you have to, what's called to bless, and you take their hand and you like, bless you in the forehead. So you do that to your elder to show respect, you know? And I still do that to my aunt's grandma. Sure.
Have you maintained contact with your family in the Philippines?
Of course, there's social media. Like I can go on Facebook or the internet, Skype, the phone, all the time, all the time, dude. My mom always calls like her sisters and brothers back in the Philippines. So like whenever I see her talking to them, she'll like, hey, you want to talk to your uncle? I'm like, all right, sure, I'll talk to him for like 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah. It's not that hard. Come on, dude. It's like 2014.
About to be 15.
How to be 15?
Did you ever experience any discrimination?
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No.
How about here?
Here?
Yeah.
Have I experienced discrimination? I think I have. Yeah, I've definitely. I mean, it's just like classmates, you know. They're just they might be, they might have been joking, but I'm not sure. No. Discrimination. Yeah.
Are there different values in the Philippines than there are in the United States?
Yes, I would say. Like people in the Philippines, like you, kids in the Philippines, they respect their elderly a lot. There's like kids that you see like, oh, this guy like it's really nice. Like he respects his parents all the time, and like respects his grandma and grandparents and stuff. And, like yeah, have respect and like here you can see like some kids talking to their parents like cussing them and shit, right? And stuff. And like in Philippines, like you'll see like a lot of kids that's like would never say that to their parents. It's like whatever their parents tells them, they'll do it. And like, yeah.
That is a big difference.
Yeah, I think it's very, it's religion's one of the big things in like the Philippines too.
What was it like making friends?
And making friends, I don't know. I thought it was kind of easy. Elementary school for sure. Um, I don't know because I was just like that one foreign kid that's just like hella new, you know. So everyone just get to know me. That was cool.
It's pretty sick, dude.
Pretty sick. They're all just cool. I don't know. Yeah. It was yeah, it was cool.
What were your first thoughts about the United States?
Uh, yeah, my first thoughts it was
not the same. It was dirty. Like it was clean. It looked like it was more organized. The roads were bigger. Um, there's no traffic at all. Like, but and people barely walk in Philippines. You see people walking all the time, and like here it's like, I mean, you see people walk, but then not that much. There's a lot of parks. Philippines, you can barely see, like you can't see, you can't like find a park around the corner. It's all just houses. Uh,
Did you move to Delhi City immediately?
yeah, I was been in Daly City since this was the first place I moved to. I was been here 10 years. 10 years now.
Why Daly City?
Why Daly City? Because all my family members are here. Like my grandma's here, my aunt's here, and they could support us. They could help us out, you know. And until we get our own place, and yeah, that's what we did.
Why did they go to Delhi City?
Why did they go to Daly City? Originally, my grandma was the first in the United States, and she was in Maryland for like I don't know for 3 years I think or 4 years, and then she moved to California, San Francisco, and yeah, she had like I think cousins that lives here, and yeah, um, they helped him out a lot, and then she petitioned my uncle and my aunt, and then they lived here. They got their own place. Once they got their own place, um, my grand petitioned my dad, which us too. Oh, I guess us too.
Hmm.
And we moved with them. And yeah, that's why Daly City. That's why we're here. And yeah,
What is the first thing you remember about coming to America?
first thing I remember was the weather. I wasn't used to this cold. It's like, oh man, I had a look cold, and like it was bright. I remember there's lights every single street, and like it was bright. Like there was a lot of street lights.
What's the biggest difference between the Philippines and the United States?
The biggest difference, I can't think of anything right off the bat, but if I could say that anyone can buy liquor in the Philippines, like even little kids, like I remember like 5-year-old kids, 6-year-old kids buy liquor for their dads, and like they'll just walk inside the liquor store, grab whatever they want, pay for it in the cashier, and leave. The cashier would not ID them or anything. It was pretty cool. But
Did you ever do that?
yeah, my dad used to tell me like, "Hey, buy me like a fit at the store. He'll give me the money. Go to the store, buy him alcohol, come back." God, I was a little kid, dude. That was back then. Yeah,
What did you want to be when you were growing up in the Philippines?
when I wanted to be a doctor. Yeah, I wanted to be a doctor. I thought it would be cool to like help someone out to like cure them, you know. But when I found out like it takes like 10 years, 15 years just to become a doctor, like no, dude, I'm not spending my whole life for that. Yeah,
Did you have plans or goals when you were in the Philippines?
yeah, I had some goals. Um, I wanted to go to college just like what I'm doing now. I wanted to go. I wanted to finish school. Uh, yeah, so that was my goal. But